You sleep 8 hours, sometimes 9. You're in bed by 11, phone down, room dark. You do everything they tell you to do, and you still wake up feeling like you've been hit by a bus. By 3 in the afternoon, you're fighting to keep your eyes open at your desk. Then at night, exhausted, you lie there, wide awake. So here's the question that ruins your day. Why are you this tired when you're sleeping this much? Stick around, because the single most common reason has nothing to do with sleep at all. And if that's you, you are not alone, and you're not imagining it. Tired all the time is one of the most common reasons people walk into a doctor's office. It's so common, doctors have an abbreviation for it. Millions of people are dragging themselves through the day, running on caffeine and willpower, assuming this is just what being an adult feels like. But here's the thing, it quietly takes everything. Your focus goes, your patience goes. You snap at people you love. You reach for sugar at 3 p.m. just to function. And the advice everyone gives you, just get more sleep, go to bed earlier. You've tried it. It didn't work. Hold on to that, because that failure is the first clue. Here's the belief we all carry. Tired means you need more sleep. Simple, obvious, and mostly wrong. Because tiredness and sleepiness are two completely different things. Sleepiness is your eyelids getting heavy. Sit still in a warm room and you'd nod off. That's a sleep signal. But tiredness, proper fatigue, is different. Heavy limbs, a foggy brain, no drive. And the cruel part? You can feel utterly exhausted and still not be able to fall asleep. That's the tired but wired feeling. Sleeping more fixes sleepiness. It does almost nothing for the other kind. And most people who are always tired don't actually have a sleep quantity problem. So if it's not how much you're sleeping, what is it? Let's start with the one that is about sleep, just not the part you think. 8 hours in bed is not the same as 8 hours of sleep. Time in bed is just a number. What actually matters is sleep quality, whether you drop into the deep restorative stages where your body and brain repair. And you can spend 9 hours in bed, getting almost none of it. The biggest hidden thief here is sleep apnea. Your airway collapses while you sleep. Your breathing stops, sometimes dozens, even hundreds of times a night. Each time your brain yanks you up out of deep sleep, just enough to take a breath. You don't remember a second of it, but you never reach the deep stages, so you wake up shattered, having technically slept all night. The clues? Loud snoring, waking with a dry mouth, or a headache, feeling unrefreshed. No matter how long you're down, there's a quieter version too, your body clock. If you're a night owl forced to live on a morning schedule, you're sleeping at the wrong time for your biology. And that sleep just doesn't land the same. So someone can fix all of this. Perfect, deep, well-timed sleep, and still be exhausted. Because the biggest cause of all isn't in your bedroom, it's in your cells. Every cell in your body runs on energy it has to manufacture. And to do that, it needs raw materials and oxygen. When something in that supply chain runs low, it doesn't matter how well you sleep. The factory can't run. Start with iron. Iron builds hemoglobin, the thing in your blood that actually carries oxygen to every tissue you have. When your iron stores run low, your cells are quietly being starved of oxygen, all day, every day. The result is a bone-deep exhaustion that a full night's sleep cannot touch. Iron deficiency is the single most common nutrient shortfall on the planet, and it hits women especially hard. Then there's vitamin B12, which your nerves need to work properly. Run low and you get a heavy, foggy, neurological kind of tired. And vitamin D are on the one almost everyone in a cloudy country is short on. Here's a twist inside the twist. Vitamin D can't even be switched on without magnesium. So you can swallow vitamin D every single day and feel nothing if your magnesium is empty. And it's not just nutrients. Skip breakfast, live on refined carbs, and your blood sugar spikes and crashes. That crash, that's your 3 p.m. slump. Add chronic stress, and your body holds cortisol high all day. Your nervous system never gets the signal to stand down. That is the wired but exhausted engine. You're running the alarm system 24/7, and it is burning you out. Now, the buts. But I drink coffee. That should fix it. Caffeine doesn't give you energy. It blocks the chemical that tells your brain you're tired. The tiredness is still there, piling up behind a dam. And when the caffeine wears off, it all floods in at once. Worse, a coffee after about 2 p.m. sabotages your deep sleep that night, so you wake up more tired and need more coffee. That's the loop you're stuck in. But I eat fine. I can't be deficient. You can sit in the normal range and still be running low. And absorption matters as much as intake, especially if you're vegetarian over 50 or you lose a lot of blood each month. Maybe I'm just lazy or getting old. Exhaustion this stubborn isn't a character flaw. It's a signal your body is sending, and it's worth listening to. I'll just push through it. Careful. The less you move, the more tired you get. It feels backwards, but gentle, regular movement generates energy. Pushing through by sitting still does the opposite. This isn't guesswork. Fatigue is consistently one of the top reasons people see their doctor. Iron deficiency affects a huge share of the world's population. It is the most widespread deficiency there is, and sleep apnea is thought to be massively underdiagnosed. Most people who have it never know. That's why, when tiredness is the main complaint, the standard medical first step isn't sleep more. It's a blood test. A simple panel checks your iron stores, your B12, your vitamin D, your thyroid, and your blood count, all at once. And the studies are clear. Correcting even a mild shortfall in iron, B12, or vitamin D can noticeably lift fatigue. The fix is often that findable, but only if you actually look. So here's what to actually do. First, work out which tired you are. If you're genuinely nodding off, in meetings, on the sofa, at red lights, that points at your sleep, and especially at apnea. Get that checked, particularly if you snore. But if you're wired, foggy, heavy, and can't switch off, look past sleep. The single highest value move you can make is to ask your doctor for a blood panel, iron or ferritin, B12, vitamin D, thyroid, and a full blood count. It's cheap, it's routine, and it solves a startling number of these cases. While you wait on that, pull the everyday levers. Get daylight in your eyes within an hour of waking. Eat protein at breakfast, instead of just toast or cereal, so your blood sugar holds steady. Drink water before you reach for coffee. Cut the caffeine after about 2 p.m. and move your body a little every day. A walk counts. And the mindset shift that ties it all together? If you've slept enough and you're still wrecked, stop trying to add more sleep. Start checking the fuel. More sleep was never the answer, because sleep was never the problem. So the most common reason you're exhausted? It was never your bedtime. It was an empty tank you couldn't see. But that 3 p.m. crash, the one you blame on a busy afternoon, turns out you might be setting it off first thing in the morning with the one meal everyone swears you can't skip. That, next time.